family. I'm glad you're here to join us this morning. Get to check out the new look if everything work out properly. We live on GNJmedia.live. GNJmedia.live. Make sure you come out. Check out your brother. See what's going on. Man, I ain't up as early as I should, because last night I was trying to do the show. I swear I was trying to do the show, but like I said, I was trying to figure out how to utilize this software that I have and become a better streamer. And I think I might have stumbled on a little something that might help us move what we doing forward. I am really excited about what I'm able to present. As you can see over there, Anime is over there. Everybody, good. Say good morning to the people, Anime. Say good morning to the people, Anime. Come on now, let them hear you. Come on, don't be shy. Be shy this morning. Yeah, Anime. Yeah, girl, it's good to see you this morning. This is not the way I wanted to see her. But family, listen. We're going to start moving into, we building. I'm trying to get it so that, you know what I'm saying, I got stuff for your eyes, stuff that you want to see. So, what I am going to do this morning is, of course, we're going to do our toast. We're going to get our toast out the way. Well, not even out the way. We're going to do our toast. But, that's what we primarily do here. So, let's go and get started officially. I need to make sure my hair is picked before we start singing the ancestors up into the room, right? So, first off, I want to welcome you to the Congregation of the Mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I am your host, Brother Hatim. Great Ujima to you as well, my man. Of course, this is a Heart of a Simba production. I don't know what's going on with somebody. Must have got something caught in his throat. And this is of course, and we strive. Got a lot of stuff going on that computer. It's sitting on. Let's do it. Or should I say, live, core, Or should I say, Ray told the instrument. Now take your brother, drink some water. Lift that for yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Remember, drink, 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 drink. I know what the problem is. on present time. So let's go. Let's make it. Oh my God, foolishness right there. I don't believe that. Anyway, let's go to our Hootsuite so that we can go and I can see if they was hearing sound. Yep, it wasn't no sound. All right, family. So I'm back. So we got problems. I'm gonna have problems with the sound for a second because I got to figure out why the sound on that part. That was the part that I forgot about in my excitement to get to the show this morning. But now I'm back. So let's go to the article on reparations. And I'm going to finish going through that because I want to make sure that y'all know that reparations is on this main stage. Running for this presidential candidacy, as they would say. Turn off news. I'm going to turn off video capture right there. So I'll find another way to post that up for us. I'm going to have to do some creative stuff, which is no problem. That's what we do here at Gye-Nyame Journey. So I'm going to find a creative way to get around it. I'm sorry about the moments of silence. And I think I saw some of the comments pop up in the middle. But y'all can check out the new background for the Daily Toast. It's Daily Toast time, family. All right, reparations have been debated. This is Tom Steyer. For decades, in recent years, the legacy of racial injustice has led many, mostly liberals, to increasingly call for reparation for the descendants of American slaves. Or the descendants of American slaves or slavery. Advocates believe that the economic benefit the United States received from slavery should be paid back to the descendants of those who unwillingly provided the unpaid labor that fueled the economy. So now we got to be very careful with the wording because it's like paid back. How about shared with? You don't think that would be a better way of putting it? Of course, they wouldn't put it like that, you know what I'm saying, because they want to make sure that they kind of keep this skewed out in the media because people are looking at this all wrong. It's not a matter of paying back. It's a matter of opening up and sharing the wealth that was created by our ancestors. We should have formal commission on race to retell the story of the last 400 plus years in America of African Americans or ADOS. Of systematic legal injustice. I agree with that. And start counting the history of America, where we're going to be able to move as a family. So, but also, 400 plus years of building. Oh, I don't want that one. I guess I could do that sometime. 400 plus years of building. So let's go to one. Let's see what that looks like. There we go. But also 400 plus years of building the United States of America. They say Tom Sayer, right here was supposed to be the video. Tom Sayers called for reparation for slavery and a formal commission on race that will retell the story of systematic legal injustice, discrimination, and cruelty against African Americans through U.S. history. I know how to fix it, but I ain't gonna fix it right now. People had thought a few pointed out the former candidate Marianne Williamson had also supported reparations. Many supported him, but some thought that as a billionaire, Steyer should start signing checks. But it's not Tom Steyer's responsibility. Reparations are waste, Bernie, marijuana legalization would free black men from prison. Steyer is lying. I totally disagree with you. Let's see where you from. I totally disagree with you because there has to be a combination of things. Not just, let's say Bernie legalized marijuana and we release a lot of black men out of prison. What we going to release them to is the question that we got to really start dealing with in our community. What we going to release them to? You know what I'm saying? What's out here for them to be released to? We got to be clear on that when we, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like reparations is a major piece for us as black folks in America, right? Marijuana legalization will do absolutely nothing for us but release more people into our community that may not be able to get jobs to support themselves, because most of them will still have the felonies or the stigma of jail and will not be able to be employed. So we have to be clear when we're having this discussion about what we need as a community. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we do need some of the brothers that were unjustly put in prison released from prison, but we also need to make sure they have something to come out to. Let's be clear about that. You know what I'm saying? This is and just legalizing marijuana and then also making the selling of marijuana a major business is good, but it's not good for you, because in most cases you won't have the amount of money that it takes, the amount of wealth that you're going to need to even participate in that game. So yeah, they legalized marijuana, so now you could go out and you could buy your weed legally from a vendor that is going to set up in your community and take the money out just like the corner stores are doing now. But no jobs. Let's get back to Tom Sayers here, or Steyer, because all politicians are liars. It's a matter of the people that they are vying for the vote that's going to make them stick to what they're supposed to be doing, rather than sitting back and just, you know what I'm saying, hoping that they're going to do right, hoping they're going to keep their word. No. Once we decide that we're going to back somebody, we need to be sure to make sure that we do everything in our power to make sure they keep their word. Let's go on down the timeline a little bit more, because we are at the end of the what we call the African American History or Black History Month celebration, right? Black History Month. So let's go down. I think I figured out what was going on with the music as well. Got a lot going on over here at Gye-Nyame Journey. So, why you doing this to me, Hootsuite? We got article Legends of Benin, Fearless Female Warriors. And I would say some shit about that, but I'm not. I'm going to keep my mouth shut for a minute. Maybe we'll talk about it on a later show. Oh, Sister Margarita. I didn't know Sister Margarita. Shouts out to Elder Margarita. She says she spent 2 years in Africa and around the Benin women. All right, so that's all we got posted up right now. So we go and we can drink our water. I ain't drink my water yet. So grab your water. Let's see if we get this music playing for us. I know you're like, what happened to the water song, Brother Hatim? Even the explosion cut off early. Everything is buffering because I got a whole bunch of stuff running on this old computer. Now the whole thing is shut down. So hopefully we don't lose our stream. We're trying to do too much. Make sure you drink your water. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can take us when we left off. Drink. Peace, whoever that is out there. Drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Move your body, drink your water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Drink. Drink up. family? Drink your water. So I'll get the sound stuff together over the next few days. But family, I hope that you are enjoying what you are seeing on the screen, because it was hard getting it together. I stayed up late last night, just like the legalized number game. Exactly, Kwame. You know what I'm saying? Because because for a lot of us are too young to remember, but numbers was a major employer in our community, and you had plenty of people going to jail for the numbers, right? But then they legalized numbers, but I don't think they took the felonies off those dudes. And now, how many of y'all know somebody that worked for the lottery commission? How many of us is working for the lottery commission right now? Legalization of, dang, come on here. It's a rough morning for me. Legalization of marijuana is not the solution. It's let's say it's a key in the solution. It's one of the pieces that we could use to move to where we need to be. But the issue is we releasing brothers, and we gonna fight to get brothers released, but we need to make sure that when we releasing the brothers, or we getting the brothers released, that we are bringing them home to something. Right now, there's not a lot out here for us to bring them home to. So family, let's get it together right now. Hopefully you are able to see the daily toaster list. This is what I read from on a daily basis. I can't read it on the screen because it's so damn small, but I just wanted y'all to see the ancestors as the pillars that we're standing on. It's daily toast time, as you can see in the middle. So we raising up our glass, and we saluting the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute and we say, that's right, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Of course, we go to our ancestors, right? I'm going to try to go as much as I can off of memory. Then, of course, I will pull out my handy-dandy sheet that you see up on your screen right now. We call on, let me look up so y'all see I'm doing it from Miles Brown, Mizan, Robin the Tex, Anna Davis, Hunter Brown, Senior, Rosalie Tilly, George and William Walter, Chris, Fanny Gasson, Eileen, Uncle Chris, I'm Finney, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pimenel, No More X, Pet Mott, Ron, Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusef Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulley and the Luxter Brothers, Miss Edith Brooke Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Maria McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend Jane Smith, Louis Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge, Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Where we at? Boom, Hasbury, boom, where was I at? Copeland. Boom, boom, boom. All right, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clayburg, Beatty, Sel Ware, Levita Farmer, Ago Sue. We did that. Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Linda Dixon, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Darrell Giles Watson, Spell, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Percy Moore, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Heather Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Lubester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinez, Don Ted Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Allen Ohio, Franklin Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Bina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Didi Mayonnaise, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. We got William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Elise Waters, DeFritas Hines, Annis Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Haley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., William Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pena Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nayland Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jay Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Ward I, Stacey Tribe, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Junko Shea, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McCates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino, Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Melly Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robin Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Coper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Frances, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Amber Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albus Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Elton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls in West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Willie Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shechem Aha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarin Cofer, George Swan, Imania Grayson, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We have Joella Giles, James Carswell, Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Sheldon Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Dermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Summer Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott, Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Nisco Ray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid is in transition, also known as Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Archie Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruthie Lane Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monger III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, also known as Johanna, Cassandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, L.L.T. Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Hakeem and Como, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, Tillar Woods Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Virginia Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samanda Damon, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Kofer, Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Tooth the Don, Xavier Winston, Chris Kenny, Margaret Minter, Mary Smith, Juanita Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Jana Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams. We lift up our glass to all of our ancestors and we toast and we celebrate our ancestors on a daily basis here at Gye-Nyame Journey. Family, for anybody that's out there that may have an ancestor that they want to add to the list, you can hit us up on our timeline on Gye-Nyame Journey or on YouTube stream now. You can type them in and we will make sure to add them to our list. You can also sign up for the Black Signal and you can type in the letters G and J to 25456. And also you can text us that way so we can make sure that we got your ancestors on the list. So we raise up our glass. We salute each and every last one of our ancestors. And I thank you for trusting me with your ancestors. And we toast and we say, Ashe. Well, rather, let me say, with our ancestors. From there, family, we move to the present moment. What's popping off in the moment? Right now, we are on Ujima. This is the day of collective work and responsibility. Family, I ask you to open up your reticular formations. And we're going to go out today and we are seeking Ujima in the world. It's out there. You can find it. It's just a matter of doing some searching, taking some time, investing your mind into looking for something positive. You know what I'm saying? Looking for something balanced. Let's say something balanced. Let's not just say positive. But for those that don't speak the language, once again, collective work and responsibility Ujima means collective work and responsibility. We are also celebrating or we're seeking out righteousness today. That's the demonic principle today. In the M7, the word of the day is respect. Today, the color, as you can see, is blue. I got on a nice dark blue. I got the light blue up underneath. The Hermetic law of the day is vibration. Male name for the day is Kwaku. Female name is Akua. Family, we lift our glass and we remember that we are in the moment. Our ancestors, in many cases, sacrificed so that we will be able to take advantage of this moment. Use this moment to our benefit. So, family, I'm raising my glass to you. One of my fellow moment dwellers. those that recognize what we are in. This is our time, and it's time for us to make some changes. So family, we're raising our glass in recognition of the power of the moment, and in recognition of the gift of the moment, and in recognition of what we need to be doing with the moment. So we raise our glass and we say, Ashe. Family, from there, we move to our future generations. We raise our glass to our children, our children's children, on to infinity. Yes. Because I can't wait to see what they become. We raise our glass and we salute them and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move on. Where we go from there, Brother Hatim? From there, we go to all of our relations. We toast all of our relations and we say, Ashe. From all of our relations, family, where we go, this is that selfish toast. Lift it up. It's for you. You know what I'm saying? What is it that you need to move towards your greatness in this moment? We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. Last but not least, I want to toast the most magnificent, the most spectacular, the most brilliant, and the most beautiful individual in the world. I want to lift my glass up to you right now for joining us for the toast, whether you are with us live or whether you are streaming it later or whether you're listening to us on the podcast. Family, I appreciate you. I'm raising my glass to you and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. This is Brother Hatim, and I am thrilled because I got these new cameras, and I just want to, let me share some of the scenes that I built. So, of course, we got scene. Okay, let's do this. Let's go to studio mode. I'm going to go to studio mode. And this is, I'm going to transition into, I call it scene 1. Boom, that's a jump off screen right there. From scene 1, we move to just the regular scene, where it's just the camera, like we used to do it, right? Then, of course, we get to the news feed, but the sound is out in this one, but I just want you to see the idea behind it. Boom, there you go right there. And although you can't hear me, I'll be able to pull up all types of stuff on here. Let me see if I can make it so that you can hear me. Let's go back. So my camera's picking up, but I don't think let me go back. Let me check. Let me go back and check. I can check right now. Well, actually, y'all behind me, so I can't really check. Let me see if it's up with me on Facebook. No, Facebook done dropped. So let's see. While I play with this, I'm gonna go and experiment and see what we can do. So family, I want to thank you once again. I'm drinking the coffee ambrosia. Yep, got that coffee. Yes, we got that coffee. Got that coffee. Got that coffee. One of my elders said, bruh, I want to try the coffee with the ginseng. I said, okay. I'm like, shit. I'm like, man, that's going to be strong. But I just want to check the sound real quick and I'm off. All right. Studio mode. This is just transition into. Yeah, y'all way behind me. I'm sorry. That's a jump off screen right there. From scene 1, move to just the regular scene. It's just the camera, like we used to do it, right? Then, of course, we get to the news feed, but the sound is out in this one. But I just want you to see the idea behind it. Boom, there you go right there. And although you can't hear me, I guess you can hear me. I'll be able to pull up all types of stuff on here. Let me see if I can make it so that you can hear me. Something will. My camera's picking up, but I don't think